Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another vlog here on my channel, and it's purchase time opportunity. After the almost 30% up, we had the small buying opportunity today in today's market. The market was not so friendly after all, but it was just so clear if the market is not so good that we will see some profit taking. But this is all it is, because we are burning the shorts. All about that and much more. Let's make sure, guys, that we are smashing the like button. And let's make sure, guys, to also follow me on Instagram. It's really, really important for you guys. I'm posting there lots of stuff. Make sure to do that, guys. I'm really, really appreciating that. And when you are actually on YouTube and you are following me, there's also a brand new series that I just launched here, the vlog week 1. Where you can see me behind the scenes with some celebrities from all around the world. And, you know, it is a little bit longer format. This is where, you know, it will be cinematic. It will be cinematic every week. There will be a new vlog, what I did during the week, how I reacted to market situations. So if you're interested into that, check that out later on after this live stream. Now, enough said. We are going actually into the first, let's say, article that I just came across, which is, I hate the Microsoft Bing search. Guys, chat, let me know as always where you are watching from today, so I can give you a small shout out to your country. And we are having, let us have a look. Let's open the chat real quick. We are having people from Greece, we have Texas, we have Germany, we have Russia, we have Norway, we have Houston, we have Bangladesh, Mexico, we have Germany, Italy, we have Mokpa, which is apparently in Russia, we have Belgium, Latvia, we have also Netherlands, we have also a couple of other, you know, South European countries like here, Portugal, Spain is here in the house. I can see also people from Morocco are here, Florida. We have people from the space, Belarus, Texas, Netherlands. I really, really, really appreciate that, guys, okay? I want to really dive into the first news, a big one, in my personal opinion. Bloomberg actually talked about it, that Virgin Galactic short sell is primed for squeeze after rally, okay? So you need to understand, guys, this big movements for a stock are huge, are tremendous. And usually the shareholders are holding those who think long term. They are, like, let's say, approved by the strategy that they are following, And then you have the other guys, like, for example, the short-term investors that taking profit. This is what we see today, for example. And then you have also the short sellers that are betting against the stock. And they bleeded yesterday, okay? They bleeded heavily yesterday. And the problem for them is the following now. See, for keeping up a short thesis when the stock goes down and insiders are selling and ARK is selling as well, is very easy. I shared it on my Instagram, my favorite negative comments for people that commented very negatively when space was on the way down, okay? And I loved it. That's my favorite activity when I see, a stock really working out, to go back to the comment section and really read and even post those negative comments publicly. This is just joy, okay? But you can see, imagine now, over the last couple of weeks, it was very easy for someone in the hedge funds saying, obviously Virgin Galactic didn't, showed us anything that we should be worried about, right? They delayed the test flight. Another one delayed. The one didn't work out. Now insiders are selling. The market goes down. We are selling short. This is the easy part, okay? The hard part is actually what you and me are doing. We are holding to our stock. We're doing our research. We are backing a company that might be successful or might not be successful, and most of the time it looks like it is not successful, so we are betting on the unobvious, all right? And this is usually connected to the huge rewards that I personally got with Tesla that brought me to financial freedom. And the next couple of stocks here on the channel that you will see, I made now over a year of very, 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 very big content on space. And now you see why, because it was unobvious for many, but huge reward on the other side. And we are just in the beginning. So you can see here that short sellers will have the nature now not to run away, but actually, for example, to double down. All right. So you will see that the people who are actually now getting shorts, they are now thinking, okay, now we had the successful test flight. This still should not be enough to break my short thesis. And that's why they are doubling down, which is good for us, because then as more shorts they are on the markets, as more we will have a chance for a massive, a gigantic, a galactic short squeeze. All right, so let's have a look into now Bloomberg's article here from the 24th of May, which is titled Virgin Galactic Short Sellers Primed for Squeeze After Rally. And then you can see here a burst of bets against Virgin Galactic holdings, a company funded by the billionaire, blah, 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 blah. Nearly 14 million shares of the Las Cruces, New Mexico-based company were sold short over the past 30 days, meaning the stock Monday surge after a test flight has dealt short sellers millions of dollars in losses. Data compiled by financial analytics company S3 Partners show. With short interest sitting at 949 million, which is 1 billion, which is about a fifth of the company. Here you have it. More than a fifth of shares available for trading are sold short and could prompt bears to cover their bets, as Three Partners. So it seems that Three Partners seems to be on the side of Virgin Galactic here, okay? Which is quite nice. I like that. I like everybody who plays with my team, all right? Of our team, obviously. Then you have here that increase in short selling has already resulted in mark-to-market losses of 427 million for bears this year, with 366 million of those losses occurring over the last 8 days. Ihor Dusanivsky, managing director of predictive analytics at S3 Partners, wrote in a report Monday. With short bets against the company getting more crowded and as losses increase, the company appears to be ripe for a short squeeze. Okay, so it seems that we are in the beginning of the short squeeze, which can, go very high. All right, as higher it goes, as more people come to the bad idea to short this company. And I get it, guys, okay? I mean, the future revenues are far ahead. The company has still lots to prove, but we believe in exactly this will happen, what they are saying, you know. And to back this theory, I actually want to go into interview of Michael Kohlglazer. All right, so Michael Kohlglazer is here. He was on CNBC, and I want to listen with you very, very closely what he has to say, because that's actually the between the lines that we need to read together. Okay, so I just tap in my microphone here and we are good to go. So let's open and watch this video together, and you will see what I mean.
It's a lot of space news in general today. SpaceX as well today, and Jared Isaacman with Inspiration 4 unveiling more details around that orbital first all-civilian mission that's supposed to take place as soon as later this year. I wonder what you think about the emerging, more broadly, the emerging space tourism market. Will you be competing for some of those, I guess, passengers and dollars in the future against the likes of SpaceX, or is there room for everybody?
I think what's really important is that the idea of space travel starts to become normalized. You know, this is a very new thing that most people didn't think would happen in their lifetimes, and yet.
And this is a very important point. I want to stop every single time I feel something is important in this video. So he is describing something that we told over and over and over again. Space tourism is underrated. It's currently underpriced for the current sales price of $250,000 per ticket, and is very, very, very hard to do. So 3 companies are doing it. SpaceX is obviously the market leader. Then you have Blue Origin and Virgin Galactic. Both companies are fighting now to send the first people into space. So it will be very, very interesting how Virgin Galactic plays that. Do they play strategically and want to put Richard Branson before the flight of Blue Origin into space? That would be freaking lovely. All right, this is exactly what we want to see. But here's exactly the point that the people will understand. Things, technologies, trends, industries, technology advancements comes faster than we can comprehend. Okay, it's faster coming to us than we think, that expert thinks, that we estimate, that we research. I give you an interesting and fun example. When the when the mobile phone came out, there was a big group. I think it was the PwC, which said, you know, to a internet to a mobile provider or telecom provider, because the telecom provider was, hey, you know, we got this new gadget, the phone. What do you think? How big will this be? So they looked into it, the technology and everything, and they said, we think in the next 20 years there will be only about 5 million mobile phones, and that will be the saturation of the whole market. 5 million mobile phones I see here in Dubai at every, you know, small smartphone second-hand dealer shop. Okay, so as you can see, it was totally blown away, and my mom could make a better prediction. Okay, and they paid millions of dollars for this research. So you can see also, if you hear experts, never ever they can predict the future. The future is sometimes better or worse than we actually think. All right, so let's move on.
Yet here it is happening today. So I think you'll see SpaceX, you'll see Blue Origin do amazing things. Virgin Galactic's going to own our part of space. We are incredibly focused on taking individuals up, giving them this glorious perspective back on the planet, and taking that memory and sharing it, not just at the next cocktail hour. I think it'll be shared for the rest of their lives. And so we're very confident in what we're going to be doing in space, but we are cheering everybody on. We want the whole industry to rise.
We've seen 7 space startups announce that they're going to go public via merger, via SPAC. Virgin Galactic was certainly the first within the industry to basically pioneer this investment vehicle type. As we do see more companies come to market, as you see something like the ARC Space Exploration ETF begin to trade today, I wonder what your words of wisdom would be, not only to CEOs of these companies that are looking to go public, but also to investors, as space is technically hard. Timelines tend to slip, especially when we're talking about human space flight. How folks should be thinking about it when you're reporting quarterly results and trying to meet some of those key targets?
Well, as you say, space is audacious and the physics are very challenging and hard to overcome. So the engineering has to step up to that task. Human space flight has to be safe as we go. And so all these companies are grounded in a safe experience. And that means as we go through flight test programs, we're going to go step by step and evaluate things at each time. So my advice would be recognize this is the launch of an industry and a long-term plan. We're going to do amazing things in the short term. We're going to bring people up to space. But I think we are doing so for a company that's going to be built over decades. And we are making sure that we take it step by step each time. So while we will report out quarterly, we're really focused to the long term.
Yeah. Michael Colglazier, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, as you can see, the whole interview was a little bit longer. I actually wanted to play out another scene. I think it was here.
Clearing our commercial license.
So now that those outcomes next month, how does the result there help inform demand for the broader space?
Fall. And so if you look, we want to make sure we get through all the data. We get through.
Okay, so he was asked actually, and the quality is not the best, so excuse me. But he was actually asked, what about the next test flight, okay? And listen exactly what he says and how he says it.
Through all the inspections as we always do. But like I said, everything right now looks really good. And we usually do these on intervals. And so if you look at the next 2 flights in the summer, and we are going to follow with a third with the Italian Air Force, that will really demonstrate how we use our spaceships for microgravity research and professional astronaut training. And we think that one will actually be completed also either late summer or early fall. And then following that, we will go through a period of kind of upgrades and enhancements that should let us turn the ships even faster, so that we will then come back in early 22 and be ready for commercial service. But I think we'll have a pretty good turnaround, right? The engineers, the maintenance teams, the pilots, all were really thrilled with what we saw yesterday. I was pretty thrilled too. And I think we'll see a good turn on this one.
We've been talking about the competition, the possibility of competition.
That's still not the right clip, but you have seen what he's very, very confident in how I never have seen after a test flight him or the other CEO, George Whiteside, so confident after a test flight. This is a very good sign, guys, okay? This is the tonality that you need to look for. This is the attitude that you want to look for. He's like pushing everything into summer. The next test flight, Richard Branson, even the Italian Air Force that's supposed to be in Q4. He's now saying, in the late summer or in the early fall, which is like for me Q3. So it's amazing, guys. Okay, this is a great development. So it seems that the last test flight, also internally speaking, was absolutely out of question the best flight that they have ever done.
Comes off the ship, and that
I'm trying now the scene where she's like pushing into the question when exactly we will see the next test flight. Okay, I think it was a little bit
we're
after.
really excited because the more people that go to space, I think the more this gets.
What are you estimating the total addressable market for suborbital space tourism to be?
We think it's a really
Okay, that's still not the part.
And just the start of what will be.
Likely to see that on hold, given the fact that insiders are basically locked up until October 2021. That being said, whether it's Kathy Wood's ARC,
completing a flight test program, and that's where we've kept the company's focus. In place, there are about 600 folks that had signed up before I came to the company, and they all kind of shared they're not going
Unity and get it flying again.
Oh yeah, here you go. here you go. So she's asking, when do you keep, or when do you will bring the spaceship to fly again? Okay.
Well, as we always do, we are analyzing all the data, excuse me, that comes off the ship, and that won't take us too long. You know, it's a few weeks, if that.
Okay, so here you can see, not only he says few weeks, but he adds a small addition to that, which kept me, I was like looking at the interview, I was like, yes, finally the Virgin Galactic team has confidence. The CEO is there to not give us like really blah blah blah. He really says, you know, a couple of weeks, if any, right? So this is the altitude that I want to fly with Virgin Galactic. So this is really, really great, right?
But in talking to the pilots and watching it from the ground, everything went just as we had hoped and as we had expected. So
and again, like he says, everything went like as we expected, and you know, it's like just the perfect words that you want to see after the test flight.
We're going to do the next 2 space flights, first with a full crew in the back, and the next with Sir Richard Branson following this summer, and things look great for them.
So, and then last thing here, guys, before I see so funny comments, guys. Some of my favorite comments are, my wife don't allow me to sell. Do your own research, very important. The boyfriend of my wife don't allow me to sell. I'm here until $500 per share. I will never share. I will never sell. Never sell. Diamond hands. It's really, really great, guys. You are the best. And make sure, guys, to appreciate those kind of live streams. Give me a sub up. Give me a like. It's just a one push of a button. It's even a digital button, so you don't have any press resistance even to that. And follow me on Instagram as well. I know you are multitasking, so you can do that. And now I want to go into the last thing of this stream, which is maybe a very important part. We talked about it before the before the big live stream, before the test flights. How far the space stock actually need to go up. And we talked about 2 resistance. We talked about 2 levels. And this is the following, okay? As you might remember from my big flight, my Picasso, as soon as we go higher than here, we are going to the moon, okay? This is a rocket ship. This is the moon. This is where the stock is going. Now, as you can see, the blue line here crossed both of them, right? I need to clear all these things up, clear drawings. It moved past, which is a very, very bullish sign. Unfortunately, as of today's market, it went lower than the 200 moving average, which is not bad. We are still can be very bullish as soon as we see that the thing with this kind of setups is that everyone see algorithms, traders, investors, that this is a very nice setup, which is if we just have a couple of good, nice percentage, we are back above it, and then we can get another 5 to 10% push easily, because this is exactly how the stock market fundamentally and technically works. So very nice setup. It would be important though that we don't move lower than 24.42. This would be then again a little bit bearish. However, you know, I think the stock is now, since the mid of May, into an upwards movement, which is great. And I think that is really, really cool. And this is where we want to see space. All right. So you are here. You are in a very, very good position. Okay. So here, as I said, I don't know if I had the chart on the display, but again, this is the level where we shouldn't cross. This is the level that we recently crossed. This is very, very important that we broke through both lines, and now it's important to go a little bit higher and close above this 200 moving average, and then we can see higher and higher levels. And then with the news in June, this thing will fly. Okay, so with that said, I hope you had a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. Now, if you still want to have more content and you don't know what to watch and you still have a little bit time, then make sure to go on my channel, subscribe if you haven't, and watch the first week of my brand new weekly vlog show, where it's all about behind the scenes. It's all about what it means to be a professional investor, what it means to be a professional YouTuber, and all around it, Dubai and this beautiful city with all of its beautiful entertainment. So check it out and enjoy, guys. Enjoy it to the fullest. It's a nice piece of content. It's one of many, many to follow. So don't miss this episode, and check out also the links in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you tomorrow. I'm logging out for tonight. I see you tomorrow. Healthy, safe, and full of energy. Take care.